Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming on here. I appreciate your subscription. Subscriptions are free, by the way. You can subscribe; it's free. Yeah, but I come on here to offload and unwind, and things that really fucking wind me up, things that get on my tits. This is where I come to express my distaste or things that I enjoy. Now, everyone that follows me understands that I was a member of the Royal Irish Regiment. I was never in the Parachute Regiment, but I did serve with them on Herrick 4. It was great to be attached to 3 Para. And I went back on Herrick 8 and I was Ranger Company attached to 2 Para. And we did the same operations. We'd fly into the main camp in Bash and we'd meet up, we'd get into our different chalks and we'd go and fly and do the same things. And I really enjoyed it. And I want to point this out. As a previous member of the British Army, I can tell you now, ladies and gentlemen, that the Parachute Regiment are up there. Lots and lots of battalions look up to the Parachute Regiment as professional soldiers, but they won't say they do. They won't say they do because it's a bit like saying, I think we're shit and we're looking at you. So a lot of units do it. And if you go into and these are facts, by the way, if you go into any infantry unit in the British Army, the keenest and most professional soldiers in each of those units, whether it's recce, platoon or whatever, they'll go on and they'll have a go at P Company. They like to wear the wings. Usually the best soldiers in the infantry, in your battalions, are the ones that have went and had a go at P Company. Let's put that aside, okay? Now, I'm annoyed about this. I'm going to be honest with you. Probably the best times I've ever had serving as a soldier was in Afghanistan or the Gulf War, serving alongside the Parachute Regiment. It's competitive. Do you know what they do? I know this is going to be watched by people that don't like what I'm saying, but I don't give a toss about other people's opinions. Whenever you're pitted against the Parachute Regiment, do you know what you do? You raise your standards. That's what you do. You raise your standards to compete at their level. They are robust. They are a shock force. The Parachute Regiment first came about, I believe it was June 1940. There used to be about 17 battalions. Slowly but surely they've dwindled away. Now I'm going to tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. If it had not have been for the Parachute Regiment, we wouldn't have been able to gain a foothold in Afghanistan at all. Yes, they had the worst fighting ever, and other units went after it. They still had tough times. But it's the standards they have. Many of you are probably disagreeing with me out there. But you know what? You haven't stood beside me. You haven't stood beside me in Afghanistan. You haven't been with me on Herrick when I've been fighting with the Parachute Regiment, moving up with the different company groups. And it's been, do you know what? It's been the best time of my career. I thought it was fabulous. But I am angry at the minute. Because I've noticed this, and we've been gaslit as a UK. We've been gaslit. Because over the last so many years, first of all, let's get this straight. 1 Para was used to its best effect when it was put into the Special Forces Support Group to assist United Kingdom Special Forces on operations. And their very first mission was at Barras, where they had to rescue members of my unit that were held capture in the jungle by the West Side Boys. And they did a fabulous job. Unfortunately, there was a fatality, but they did a fantastic job. That was their first foothold. And they went from strength to strength. But that was the government trying to get rid of 1 Para due to historic allegations in Northern Ireland. Sinn Féin in Northern Ireland wanted to disband 1 Para. They did. But the government sneakily did a fantastic effort in manoeuvring them from 1 Para to SFSG. And that is fabulous. But let's not forget who's in charge of the country now. Keir Starmer. Let's not forget who is the Attorney General, Roger Hamer. Let's not forget that today's current Attorney General used to be a legal advisor for Gerry Adams, who was the leader of the Irish Republican Army that hated Britain. Now he's in there. For a long time, we were being told that there's a possibility of Gerry Adams getting compensation. We were told that. That could still happen, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the government are going after serving, or should I say, that's a lie. The government are going after ex-Parachute Regiment soldiers that served in Northern Ireland. ex-special forces that served in Northern Ireland. Whether you like it or not, ladies and gentlemen, the majority of United Kingdom Special Forces soldiers come from the parachute regiment ranks. Now, I'm not here to blow smoke up the arse. I'm here to give you facts. So what's happening now then? In a time where we're being told about possible attack with Russia, you've got issues with Iran, Syria, you've got the Greenland thing, you've got the Ukraine. It's non-stop, isn't it? The threats are non-stop right now. The threats are non-stop. If it had not been for the parachute regiment, we would not have been able to take the Falkland Islands back from Argentinian occupation. We wouldn't be able to do the things we did in Northern Ireland or Iraq. We wouldn't be able to do a good job in Kosovo. There's lots of things we would have failed at. So when the threat right now is the highest it's ever been against United Kingdom, when boats are arriving filled with dangerous men being put around the country, when rapes are through the roof and stabbings are through the roof, or cultural changes are happening and we're being gaslit, what do you think the UK government have just made a decision to do? They've just made a decision to disband the 2nd Battalion, the Parachute Regiment, and the 3rd Battalion, the Parachute Regiment. There's only going to be one battalion left, and that will be those that are in the Special Forces Support Group. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have served in the forces and you have went to Brecon and you've done whatever course, your junior Brecon, your senior Brecon, I want to put this out to you. Brecon would not exist if it wasn't for the Parachute Regiment. That's where they used to go to do their robust Arduous command courses. And the rest of the army thought it was a wonderful job, and we joined on, and Brecon was born. Senior Brecon was born. All arms courses. So whether you like the Parachute Regiment or not, disbanding them makes the UK extremely unsafe and vulnerable. It's a sad day in the British Army to even hear this news. I read it in the UK Defence Journal. I've seen the post by ex-Parachute Regiment member and Special Forces soldier Matt Hellier, who's posted it on Instagram. And it is a shameful, shameful time to get rid of the most robust fighting men that we have in the UK. It's a shameful time to be British. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.